You are watching Radio Rakim's Artist Access.
Access granted.
Welcome back to another episode of the Artist Access. I'm your host, Siraj Rich God. I'm Poop Akhenaten Hotep, and I am here with a phenomenal poet from H-Town who's been doing her thing in the community for quite a while. When I first moved out here, she was very active in the community, and she's here today because she just dropped a new poetry. This is over beats, right? A new EP.
A new album.
New album. So we have with us today none other than Emoetry Speaks.
Thank you
How
so
you doing,
much.
Queen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Good.
I'm
Thank
great.
you so much for inviting me out.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate that. Just grateful.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I want you to take us back, because like I said, when I first moved out here in 2017, I saw you very active in the community. You was putting together your own little shows featuring poets. Every week you're doing every Wednesday or something like that?
Every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. You gonna bring that back?
You know, everybody keeps asking me that, but the poetry scene in Houston right now is just so different. And the events that are going on are
It's
like,
a lot,
they're
huh?
a whole nother level. It is. So, but I do miss it. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But take us back, so how did you, how far back do you go as far as doing poetry in the community? And what's the beginning of your whole journey into poetry out here in Houston?
Okay, so I've been doing poetry for a very long time. I started hosting open mic in 2011.
Wow.
And it was a little trailer that we called South Union Bar and Grill. I'm sure you may have heard of it.
Hadn't heard of it.
You hadn't heard of it? Oh my goodness! So it was located off of Scott, and it was a really, really cool spot. It had a nice vibe. It was a trailer, but inside the trailer, it was like a double wide, but it had a full bar. It had tables. It had couches. The energy was just amazing. And so we started hosting open mic there on Thursdays initially.
Right.
We would do every Thursday. Every fourth Thursday was erotic night. And, it just built from there. And that's when, started meeting everybody. And it was just a time.
Right.
It was.
Right. Because I came out here in 2017. Is that spot still open?
Oh, no.
So, I came out here way after.
Yeah, it doesn't even exist. After Sub G, we left there. We went to a place in Pearland, the Java Hut. It was a coffee bar. And then from there, we went to Cafe 4212.
Okay, I remember.
You remember that one?
I've been there a couple of times.
And then we ended up at Renee's.
Okay.
Renee's on the Bayou.
And that's where you're doing your show at, right?
Yeah. Well, I was doing my show in all the places.
Okay.
Yeah, they were all mine.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you came out in the game off top during events,
Yes.
open mics.
Open mics. Promoting other artists, giving them a stage to just express themselves. I wanted a place that was comfortable. I mean, because, of course, putting on a major production, that's all good. But a lot of times, especially if you're new to poetry, you just need a place to just come and just test the waters and get used to it. Or, you needed a place to, if you had a major event coming up, you needed a place to come and practice your poetry, So we created an atmosphere for poets to just be comfortable, to just have a cool vibe. Everything was by candlelight. There were times that we had a band, we would have a keyboardist, or we would have, certain accents, drums in the background, what have you, and just to give them the space to be creative and to just be themselves and to just, be free.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So this new project you got out right now.
Yes.
Is this your first time putting out a project like this?
Your first time. Now, I am a published author, so I've done a book before.
Okay.
But actually putting my words to music,
right.
This was a first. This was a first. So
Yeah.
I had a lot of anxiety about this, but we did it. We did
So
it.
what inspired you to want to step out and do something totally different like that?
So I've actually been recording with other artists. If you were to look me up on Apple Music or other streaming platforms, I've recorded with jazz artists. I've recorded with other poets.
Okay.
And it was this one poet in particular.
Who that?
Sincere 529.
Okay. Okay.
So I did a bonus track on one of his albums,
Mhm.
and it put a bug in my ear. And he was like, "So when you gonna release your album?" And I
Mhm.
was like, this is not about me right now. This is
Right.
all about your project.
Right.
And he was like, "No, I think you should really consider it." And so, a few months later,
Okay.
as you would have it, here we are.
So the producer, the
Yes.
brother, he's a poet as well.
He is a poet as
Okay.
well.
Okay. I
Sincere
didn't know that. I didn't know
529.
that. I
Yes,
didn't know that.
indeed. And in fact, we met at Renee's on the Bayou. So he was
Okay.
one of the poets
Okay.
that came
Okay.
in and performed there as well.
Yeah. Okay. Might have to get you in the hot seat today too, my brother. Look. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So okay. So and he produced the whole project.
The entire project.
Okay.
The
Okay.
entire project.
So what kind of cut you got on this project? Like some titles you got?
So I wanted this project to be a little bit different. Everyone who knows me and knows my style knows that I'm the voice, the seductive,
Mhm.
the love poems.
Mhm.
But this particular album, with this being the first project, I didn't really want to go that route. I just wanted something to be positive. I wanted something to be, it only has one love poem on there, which is called I Want to Love You.
Mm.
But everything else, poetry is, I tell people all the time, you have your poets and you have your spoken word artists,
What's the difference?
Every spoken word artist happens to be a poet, but not every poet is a spoken word artist, right? And I'm more on the poetry side,
So what separates the two? What separates the two?
I think it's more so with your performance
Okay.
and content. I never would consider Maya Angelou to be a spoken word artist.
Mm-hmm. She's a poet.
She's a poet,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
My favorite poet.
Okay.
So, but I mean, it's a distinct difference between the two. But like I said, you have those that can do both, and so, but I just wanted an album of just clean poetry. Something that you can vibe to, something that made you feel good. There's affirmations on there. There's guided meditation on there. I had a few guest poets that appeared on there as well.
Okay.
7 is on the album,
Okay.
as well as the word Matician.
Okay.
She's on there as well,
Okay.
and Sincere 529
Yeah.
as well. So we had fun with this, and so I'm already
can't wait
itching
to
for
hear
the
this
next
thing.
project. So
Yeah.
he's like, no, just wait, just kind of just hold on a second.
Yeah. Let that
So,
one continue to bubble up and do its thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I can't wait to check this thing out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So where can we check it out? It's out right now, right?
It's out right now. It's on
all streaming. Okay.
all
Tidal,
streaming.
Pandora.
It's called. Yes, it is.
Okay.
And it's called My Thoughts, My Words.
My Thoughts, My Words.
Yeah. So you would look me up, Emoetry Speaks, and you'll see everything that I've recorded.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you also are an author as well.
Yes. Published my first book in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poetry book.
Poetry book.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sitting on a lot of work right now. So
Yeah.
I have at least 2 or 3 books just kind of
Right.
waiting
Right.
for the right time. It's all about timing.
It is. 'Cause
So-
guess what? I had been trying to get you on my show before we moved over here.
Mhm.
I had you on my mind, and I don't think I reached out to you, but I was like, I gotta get on the show.
Mhm.
But I'd be so.
It's all about
There's
timing.
so many poets. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
of course, yeah. And they all
Yeah.
deserve, that time as well. But it's all about
Divine
timing.
timing.
Yes,
Yeah.
divine timing.
Yeah. I think I saw you promoting the project,
Mhm.
and I like, oh, it's time now. Like,
Yes.
boom, look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very, very happy with it. We've been getting a lot of feedback about it. We getting feedback from Atlanta,
Okay.
different areas that
Yeah.
are hearing it, that's
Yeah.
being played. So we're excited.
Yeah,
We're excited.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. And are you going to perform for us today?
If you would like.
Yes, I would like. Are you going to
Okay.
perform over the music or without the music?
I can perform a piece without the music.
Okay. No
Uh-huh.
music today? No, none of the music.
No, we just.
You could do one off the album. You know what I'm saying,
It is off the album. I do
With no
have.
music.
I have
You gonna
one
do
on
with
the
no
album
music?
with no music. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So I can definitely do that one.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the album called you going to do today?
It's called My Thoughts, My Words. That's the name of the
name of the
album.
album.
Yes, and the poem that I'll do for you today is I Want to Love You.
I Want to Love You.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of love stuff, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. That's the, behind my name. People ask me all the time, where did the word emoetry come from, or the name
Right.
emoetry, and it's emotional poetry. I write my best work when
Emotional.
I'm
Ah,
going
okay.
through
I see what
something.
you did there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that's
the last
it.
time I saw you, man, you threw a birthday party. You
Was it
remember
my
that?
birthday
It
party?
was your birthday party.
It was a leopard party
And all of the poets came out.
in leopard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a leopard in real life.
And everybody showed out for you. It was a packed
Oh
house. It
yes.
was a
Oh
packed
yeah.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those were time. I miss those days. I
Yeah.
miss those days.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I can't wait to see you spit because I haven't seen
Thank
you
you.
spit in quite a while. So I'm honored for you to be here today.
It's an honor for me.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I would love to have you back here because we do this thing called Artist Access Experience.
Mhm.
Where it's like a showcase where we have poets and singers,
Mhm.
R&B,
Okay.
and we just give you the whole experience of the artist.
Come on now.
You know, this is Artist Access.
Let's
but
do
for that,
it.
it's Artist Experience. You
Yes,
know?
indeed. I like
Yeah.
that.
So we
I
got
like
our first
that.
show. We doing March 29th.
Okay.
But I'll let you for the next one because the first one is kind of booked up with all the artists and everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
I will be honored. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to take us a quick break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're going to get some poetry from Emoetry.
Awesome.
So before we go, though, let the people know where they can get the album at again.
So it's available on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, Spotify, and you can also reach me on Instagram at Emoetry_KT. Emoetry Speaks _KT. Also available on Facebook and YouTube. Emoetry Speaks.
Yes, ma'am. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with another dope artist. So this is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted. Yeah. Welcome back to the Artist Access. We are here with the producer of Emoetry Speaks, the new project, and he's also a poet as well. We are here with the brother Sincere
529.
529. Now you gotta give us the breakdown on this name here.
So the Sincere comes from, Nas is one of my favorite rappers.
From the movie.
From the movie Belly. So I kind of adopted
Yeah.
that. And then the 529, if you look at a keypad on a number phone, it spells out Jay, which is my first name. So Sincere
Okay,
J.
Jay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You put a lot of thought into that
Oh,
name,
yeah.
boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like I said, she said she'll bring you over here today
Yes, sir.
because you made the beats on her project.
Yes, sir.
But she didn't mention you being a poet, so I didn't know nothing about this, right?
I am a poet, so actually when at Renee's on the Bayou is where I met her, and she gave me my
Okay.
first feature there.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we kept the relationship, and she featured on my album that I put out last year called Words. She has the track called Uberry.
Okay.
So I said, hey, this is pretty good. You thinking about, doing one for yourself, and
Right.
a year later, here we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so were you doing music first, rapping first, or you were
No,
straight poetry
straight,
first?
straight poetry
Okay,
first.
okay,
I moved
okay.
here from Los Angeles in 2012, and I
Okay.
immediately sought out the poetry scene. It was
I did the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
immediately
yeah,
sought
yeah,
the
yeah.
scene. It was vibrant. It was live, and I
Yeah.
love the energy here. So I wanted to see if I can get in the mix.
Is the poetry scene in Los Angeles like it is out here?
Not to my knowledge, but I was a beginning poet.
Right.
But I moved here before I could really
Right.
get on the scene in LA.
Right.
So when I got here, I was writing. I had a lot of poems written.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if I can get in and kind
Yeah.
of show what I know.
Yeah. Man, I moved here in 2017, and when I went on Facebook and Google poetry scene, it was so much stuff came
Yeah.
back, it blew my mind.
Where you from originally?
New Orleans.
New Orleans, okay.
Yeah. And it just blew my mind how active the poetry scene out
It's
here was.
active. I was
And
was
just
impressed
threw
with it.
Head in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to contribute and see what I can show my stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm competitive too. So I
Yeah.
wanted to. I hear something dope, it makes me want to go home and write something better. So
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you met her. Like one of the first spots you did was that
no,
spot.
actually, No, that was my first feature.
Me, okay.
Yeah, she's my first feature. So I definitely appreciated that, and we built a relationship from there, and I've been able to work with her and other poets that I met out of that situation. So
Okay.
Yep.
I got to hear some of these beats because I do poetry. Now, I was doing music first, but my music was always on a level of poetry
Right.
with the stuff I was talking about.
Right.
So I do both, right? So,
So-
I need to hear some beats.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always looking for new music. You know what I'm talking
I'm
about?
loaded up. I was working with another poet last night. I was working with Shawnee the poet. She's a well-known poet here in Houston.
Okay.
And we sitting on some heat for her, so I'm ready to put that one out
So
as
how
well.
long you been producing?
I've been producing for about 7 or 8 years, but I have a background as a DJ. I've been DJing for over 20 years, so
Okay.
and I just love music.
Right.
You know, and music is its own form of poetry.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
songs are its own
Oh, yeah.
adventure.
Oh, yeah.
So when I hear poets, you know, I have an idea how I want it to sound over the music.
Right.
So that's just how I approach it.
So how did you approach her project?
Like Emoetry has a really, she mentioned earlier, she has a really sexy voice, but it's very sultry. So we went really acoustic and jazzy with her sound and gave her like really flowing guitars. The guitars work really well with her. The song that's getting the most feedback right now is a song she really didn't want to put on the album. It's called Red Wine.
Okay.
And it turns out to be probably the best track on the album. And I'm not because I'm featured on it, but it just I had to record that one and it sounded so cool, but it was too short.
Yeah.
So I added a verse to it, and I wrote 3 different verses to try to match the concept. And the third one came out well, and I like how that. And that one's getting the most feedback. So, you know, folks in LA are listening to it, and folks in Atlanta are listening to it, and it's just a really cool track.
Yeah. So are these spoken words, are they over the beat or are they in the beat?
It just depends. Depends on the poet. They can be in the pocket, or they can
talking
be over
about
the
her
beat.
project.
Her project, she's in the pocket sometime, and then she's over it, but it all works.
Okay.
You know, you listen to it, and it's like this just works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I never want to tell a poet I never tell a poet to change their words. I might ask them to say it differently,
Right.
but I'll never ask them to change their words. It's like, this is what you feel and this is what you wrote, so let's see how we can make it come to life.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I got with making beats too before I moved out here, right? And what I found when I started making beats, I found that I was able to express myself even better with sound
Yeah.
than with words. Because sometimes you can't find a word to express what you're trying to say,
Right.
right? I started making beats and I was talking with these sounds. You hear me?
Yep. So that's what when I hear an artist spit a poem, I know what sound needs to accompany that, or what sound would go good with that. You know, so she works really, really well with standing bass and guitars.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's we have a lot of standing bass, a lot of guitars on hers, and it has a real kind of. She wanted a poetry loungy type of feel, and I think I think we accomplished that with this album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a spot where she recorded the whole project at?
Yes, I have my
have your
little
own
personal
spot?
studio. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Building
So-
it from the ground up. So I'm beginning right here, but I know how I want it to sound. So, you know, you build the plane while you fly it, you know. And
So the people you work with, they all record with you over there?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I might be in that, brother.
Yeah.
Look.
we connect. We connect. Absolutely.
Look, when I moved out here in 17, I put out a project called Poetry Over Beats, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
so-
working on volume 2 right now.
Okay.
You feel me? And I need a couple more songs to complete this project.
So yeah, we'll collaborate because I have her album makes my 6th release project that I have that I produced. 3 of them that I'm the actual artist on. So I have volume 1, which is the Beware of the Poet. Volume 2, which is the Red Swan Chronicles. And volume 3, which is called Words, which Emoetry is featured on.
Okay. So what do you like better, brother? You like poetry or making beats better?
I don't know.
That's hard to choose.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one because I love making the beats. I love
Yeah.
the music. Music,
Yeah.
you know, I see colors when I hear music.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I can hear.
What that's called again? You got a name for that?
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Me too. We look. Yeah.
But then I can hear a song and the lyrics will give me goosebumps. You know,
Yeah,
because that's its own form of poetry itself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just, I don't know. I can't pick one.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't pick one.
You got anything coming out in the near future?
Um,
It's the beginning of the year.
Beginning of the year. It's been a busy beginning of the year. You know, I've been promoting Emoetry's album.
Yeah.
I have a group of ladies that I work with. I work with breast cancer survivors. Shout out to the Further Breast of Us. They have a conference coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, called BaddieCon. I'm going to be the DJ and MC for that event, March 7th through 9th.
Okay.
So we have a lot going
You
on.
did say you was a DJ.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long you been DJing? You were DJing before all
yeah,
this.
yeah, I've been DJing for over 20 years.
Okay. Look, hey, I need a DJ, bro.
Hey.
We got to
holla
talk.
at me. You got to talk.
Oh yeah.
I got 25 jobs, man.
Oh yeah.
I got a full-time job. I work IT during the day.
Okay. Hey, everything happened for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Look, I know she brought you for a reason.
Absolutely.
Look, hey, okay. So look, man. So let the people know where they can find you at if they need some beats. You know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff.
Hit my website, sincere529.com. You can hit me on Instagram at Beware of the Poet. I messed up and deleted my TikTok, so I don't have that right now, but
Okay.
we'll get that back. And then you can find me on Facebook. You can use my government. It's Jason Abbott. But those are the places you can find me.
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
Sincere529 as well.
That's what's up, man. So we're gonna take us a quick break, and when we come back, we got another dope, phenomenal artist in the building. So y'all stay tuned. This is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted.
Iconic Wear and Accessories just launched a new line of urban apparel. Stay up to date with our iconic fitted sweatpants featuring the iconic logos. These come in all solid colors and in all sizes. We even have young adult sizes for male and female alike. Check out our sweatsuits and cap 3-piece unit for $100. Stay energized and simply fly with our tees, caps, pants, halters, jumpsuits, jogging suits. There is truly something for everyone you love. Support a local Texas business and shop with iconic wear and accessories. Need a quick and affordable gift for your twin this Valentine's Day? Go to our DM and let us know your style. It's easy to order. Just go to Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram and DM us at Iconic Wear and Accessories. Be sure to visit Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Iconic Wear and Accessories. Shipping charges apply for out-of-state orders. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to our social media for giveaways all year long. Thank you for your support. We look forward to you shopping with us soon.
Welcome back to the Artist Access. I am here with another phenomenal artist who goes by the name of Destinyluv. How you doing, Queen?
I'm great. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad you could make it today.
It's great to
Yes,
be here. It's
yes,
a blessing to be
yes,
here today.
yes. Now, I ran across you on Instagram. I seen a clip of you performing,
Okay.
and that's kind of how I scout out poets to be on the show. And I'm like, man, she fire. I got to get on the show, right? So how long have you been doing poetry in H-Town? Take us back.
I just actually recently started
Mm-hmm.
in H-Town. I'm originally from Queens, New York.
Okay, though, you got Queens in the building.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
Queens, New York. I've been living here about 12 years now.
Okay.
But I've been in poetry as a writer
Mhm.
since I was 7 years old. I decided to transition and became a reciter. I'm still learning, but in November, so it hasn't been that long.
Right.
Yeah. I write off of my feelings.
Right.
So it was a little bit different for me to be able to get on that stage and
Okay. And perform that
and
thing.
perform
Right,
that
right.
thing. Yes. I have a lot of different trades I was in the medical field for a very long time. And then COVID came and I changed my life around and decided I was going to do what I wanted to do with me. So becoming, a person who liked to please people, people pleaser, to
People
being
pleaser,
someone who wanted to do things for myself.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a change.
Yeah.
I am a mom.
Okay.
I have 3 adults now. They're 18, 19, and 21.
Yeah.
But I'm also a massage therapist.
Okay.
So I got a lot of trades that are
Yeah,
going on,
yeah.
but poetry and fashion is my thing right now.
Right.
Yeah, so
You also have you sell like health drinks and whatnot. Right?
yeah, so I have a big story. When I got here, I was very depressed. So I gained a lot of weight. And I was a massage therapist, and I did like girls' bodies, the ones who get their bodies done. I did the lymphatic massages for them. And you're trying to teach someone else how to be healthy with their self, and you're still looking a little bit above overweight for yourself. All right. So I decided that I needed to go holistic. So I went holistic. And I learned about juicing and herbal life and decided to do juicing. So I did juicing to lose the weight. Didn't do any exercise or anything. And it just took over my body, changed everything, my habits of eating, took out all the toxins and just used juicing. Fruits and vegetables, you can live off of that, and water.
Right.
And you'll be fine. and lost a lot of weight. I was 210. I'm down to 140 now. So, and then decided to get in there and do hot yoga, like Pilates, and had a partner for a while that we were doing hot yoga and Pilates and stretching. And you realize stretching your body makes you feel better about yourself,
Yes,
like
indeed.
in general, like waking up, you have more energy, you're not as fatigued. So I learned that there was things that I needed to learn about myself in order to give it to others. Yeah. So being a little bit of an empath and learning about me, and this was my journey to get on the stage and do poetry and give everybody what I am thinking in my mind to life, along with fashion now. So so I have a stylist. He's also my partner. His name is Salah. He's also a poet too. So we have a
Is that your page, the Saint?
Salah Saint. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have a poetic thrift shop called New Shit.
I've been seeing that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And we also style in this place, but it's exclusive appointments. So you have to be appointment only.
Right.
You know, it's a nice vibe. We get along and show people what we like. You know, it's not only is that, it is therapeutic, a safe place for people to come to and just vibe out. You know, so it's called New Shit. I was styled by Salah today.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Shout out to Salah.
I've been seeing that on my feed for the longest, and I didn't know that was the brother. You know what I'm saying? But I've been seeing a lot of the poets over there.
Yeah.
Trying on the stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Look.
We had Kari J, Free K, Versatile, Kadesh, some other ones.
Jane Kyrie was in the building.
We had some other ones on there too. I don't want to say who they were because we didn't expose that yet. But there's a couple of more poets that's been there.
So
it's
you
not
got a
only
collaboration with him on this thing?
So we did a grand opening. We did a soft launch. That was with Free K and Kari J. And then we did the grand opening with Versatile and Kadesh. And we kind of collaborated the poets together. We didn't know that it was going to be more of we thought it was going to be more women, but it looking good with the guy-girl thing. They're enjoying themselves. They're having fun. We're styling them. It's kind of like playing dress up and feeling good about yourself while you're talking and vibing, and you'll be surprised the conversations that we have in there. But it's fun. It's grown and sexy, and you know. And when you leave there, you feel like you won because you have all these clothes that you thrift shop. How many times does people thrift? You know, you go thrift shop, Goodwill, all kinds of things. But we're doing it in a fashionable way.
I like the name, New Shit.
New Shit. And you got to think about it. When you write a poem, right, that's new. We say what? New shit, right? So what was old to somebody else is new to us. New shit.
Right. That's fire. That's fire.
So,
That's fire.
yeah.
I love it.
You can find us on there, you know, Destinyluv, Salah the Saint.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have a New Shit Instagram coming out soon, but we're working on it. Yeah. So getting back to me with poetry, I know I'm talking about fashion because that's what I love.
Hey, but that's poetry too. It's all
love.
Poetry. Hey, it's all poetry. It's all connected.
It is. You know, poets and fashion.
Yeah.
That's what we're
doing.
doing.
An expression of who you are. Through your fashion, right?
And hey, a lot of us as poets, we can dress. Okay, so bring the fashion, bring the poet. Let's vibe. We like to vibe together. It's community, right? Okay.
So what brought you to H-Town from NY?
So I wanted to change in life. I was married for 11 years, came kind of separated, and then decided I was coming here for the medical field. I was in dermatology and plastic surgery for about 4 years then, working for these big-time plastic surgeon and dermatologist on 84th Street in Manhattan. So I decided I was going to change my life, and I wanted to check out
the medical field here. So I had an interview, and I flew out here, and before I was flying back out to go home, they were like, "When can you start?" And I was like, "Well, give me uh, 2 weeks to figure out what I'm doing with my children. I need to come down there and make a foundation for my kids before I can even move them." Right. So it was almost the end of the year for them to graduate, and told my husband at the time, look, which we were separated, hey, you need to hold them down because I need to do this, right? So I did. I stayed for 6 weeks here. I had nothing really. I had an aunt and some cousins, and I have a sister here. And I said, I'm going to be living between y'all right now while I'm working. And in about 3 weeks, I had a place in a car, and I was ready to get them. And 6 weeks, I was bringing them home. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, it's time to change my life. So I did that and worked through dermatology and plastic surgery for years until COVID came, and they wanted me to be unethical, and I was like, I'm done. I'm sorry. You're not going about to put these vaccinations in me, and I'm not about to surrender to your slavery. So I'm not doing that anymore. And I needed something that was going to make me happy. So I switched. And you'd be surprised what I do now. So not only I'm a massage therapist, what I've been in, but my actual job is I work on dump trucks, y'all. So I'm sexy in the truck. No,
You drive them.
I'm driving this truck.
Yeah.
This dump truck and picking up stuff out of people's houses and removing things and putting in trash. So I'm trash, everything. I'm getting dirty and driving these trucks all day. I enjoy it. I like the scenic. I like driving. I like seeing Houston. I like the nature and enjoying that stuff. I'm also an electrician too.
Okay. Got 100 jobs. Huh?
Yes, you got to. You got to. You got to. You know, you can. There's not enough jobs you can say you have.
Right.
And when your survival is at risk, especially when things are going on now, all you can do is pray to God and learn your skills. Knowledge and listening to what God is telling you to do is the only way to survive right now. There's power in Him. You know, just trust. Trust in Him, but you also gotta learn your knowledge. Don't sit here stupid waiting for it to happen to you. You know, why we have all this technology and things for.
Ain't no excuse no more.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to be idiotic, and I'm sorry if you're idiotic. You chose to be that way, you know. And you know, as a woman from the East Coast, I just don't wait on a man to do it for me. So I figure it out on my own, and let's build together. Let's do that together. Let's not sit on our and not do anything. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all.
You good,
and
though.
do it
You
together.
good.
You know, I just don't understand that. You know, let's build an empire together. You gain, I gain. We become millionaires together. Why not? So that's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. So were you tapped into the poetry out there in New York?
I wasn't.
You wasn't?
I was
not at all?
No.
I want to ask you what the scene was out there, like the poetry scene out there.
Poetry scene was great.
Is it a big scene out there?
It's a big scene. It's amazing. You know, we also have bars, which is, you know, rappers. So that was a lot of things that happened. But I was actually in the dancing scene when I was in New York. So I danced contemporary, modern, tap, whatever there was, spiritual, liturgical. I was just more of a dancer than I more wrote. I wrote my stuff, but I didn't want to spit it.
So when you got out here, what made you want to get on stage? What was the drive to get on stage and start spitting that stuff?
The change in me, learning that I needed to learn more about myself, be more vulnerable with myself, and actually I had something that people wanted to hear. So why not? Why not give it out? Express yourself a little bit more. You know? And it's a transition. It's a transition that said, God said, if you want this, I need you to do this.
To do that, yeah.
And I'm like, but God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. But yeah, it's obedience.
Right.
Obedience to what you want. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually want a podcast. So
That's the man to talk to right now.
really,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I need a podcast. You know, I do. I have a book that I'm patiently writing slowly
Mm-hmm.
about my life and the adventures of
Right.
me. My father is a musician, so musicians has been around my life all my life. My father's a musician. He's also from Houston.
Okay.
So he played the bass, and he is a bass player for which they used to call the Squirrels. But that's when Jimi Hendrix and Dizzy Gillespie and Curtis Knight. I don't know if y'all know these people.
Yeah, the first two.
You know, Johnny Longblood. They were a group together, and they played in the Cotton Club.
Okay.
So
and your daddy played bass with them.
he played bass with them.
What?
Yeah, he was also a writer for Don Covey and some other Little Richard and different
Okay.
things. Yeah, so I've always had the musician type, and then I played piano, clarinet, sax, all the above kind of music. But I ran away from the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was just crazy. But like I say, it always tries to come back to you no matter what.
yeah.
Like I
Oh, yeah.
tried at times. I don't know if everybody really try not to be a leader, but you're still that leader. You no matter
Yeah,
what, you
yeah.
you got that spotlight
Right,
that's going on in
right.
your life. So
Yeah.
yeah, running, and then it comes back to you. It's like you want this, so you gotta
yeah.
do this. You know?
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I have fun with it.
So you're gonna tap into some music?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm more of a choreographer, so I like to dance. I enjoy dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but poetry, yeah, poetry has been my thing. Fashion, I've been more into the fashion now.
Yeah.
I want to show people how sexy can be bring
Right.
back into fashion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
And I seen you hit that stage at the Poetry Lounge. How you like that?
I love that.
Yeah.
It's the thrill. Poetry Lounge is just a whole vibe
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
when you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, on that stage, when those lights hit you, Seven there, and all
Right.
the other dope poets
Yeah.
that are there. It's just
Yeah.
a whole vibe. You don't never know what you're going to get
Right.
when you get on that stage, because sometimes they're tough,
Yeah.
and sometimes they like
They
with
feeling
it.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's the thrill.
Right. Right. Well, look, man, I can't wait to hear you spit today. Before we go, let the people know where they can find you at, your social medias, all that good stuff like that.
Okay, well, you can find me on Instagram as Destinyluv. Is DESTINY, but love LUV_me. All right. I also am on TikTok, but my name is known as Margo, MARGO. So, but I'm more on the Instagram. So Destinyluv, LUV_me.
All right, y'all heard it. So we're going to take us a quick break, and when we come back, the artist will perform. So y'all stay tuned, because this is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted.
Yeah, Siraj Rakim. Poetry over beats. Yeah, it's New Jerusalem. Yeah, let's go. Look, your third eye's wide shut. You heard I rise up. Yeah. First to fly past the sky, touch the ring around Saturn. That's the reason why I'm rapping. Thoughts I see and I with action. The heart of the key to be free and balance. Travel the stars with many mansions. From the start we need a challenge. Go to war with your inner demons and you can manage your talents. See y'all forward from Atlantis, end up right back in the future. Talk right fast, sometimes I lose you. Lights so bright as usual. When I write my light and move, you got you right back to your studio.
I'm feeling promiscuous. I need to feel your lips on top of my leg, your hands all over my thighs. Don't rush, baby. You have all the time you need to feel this wetness inside. Are you erect? I hope so. Relax. Lay down while you feel the warmth from my mouth. Looks like Daddy is happy to see me. You miss me? It's wet. The cream is in the filling. All I need is the right magic stick to make these golden showers deliver. See, when I feel your masculinity, it makes me so electric, bringing shivers down my spine. Your hands, those arms, they're so strong and big. That leg, so firm and thick. Can I climb on that tree to fill up on that stick? We can go slow, up and down like a seesaw, pounding for hours and hours and hours. Giggles and moans all over my body, 'cause I just want to feel you, baby. Feel you all over me, inside me, baby. Caress me, baby. Touch me, baby. Touch me, Daddy. Lust and drool all over me like it's dessert, and I'm the treat. So, baby, tell me, are you ready for me? Poem.
I am a master orator. I'm a master orchestrator. Shit, I'm a master fisherman. Just call me a masturbator. I love to argue. I am a master debater. My best offense is my defense. I'm a master coordinator. I'm a Jedi lacking on time. Just call me master later. I shred these cheesy bastards. I am a master grader. But I am better than most, so call me master grader. I just blew up the spot. I'm the master detonator. My poetic heat is 103. That's my master's degree. My ambition knows no limit. Just call me Master P. There's a lock for the top spot. I am the master key. My ancestors were slaves, but now I master me. I be out dipping my whip, rather masterfully. I am not from KC, but I'm a masterpiece. I be rocking my green jacket on the Augusta scene, 'cause I'm tough like show enough. Who's the master? Me. Sincere, y'all.
I want to love you. I want to literally open up my chest and allow you to manifest into the very circumference of my heart. Allow you to heal every torn and broken part of the areas that lack confidence in this love thing. As crazy as it may seem, I want to become emotionally vulnerable to you. Can I love you? Can I offer you the most purest and the most rawest part of my being? Naturally untouched by true love, preserved for the one specifically ordained just for me. Tell me, is it you? Are you the one that I received my rib from? The scars that we share and will always be there. As I look at yours and I compare it to mine, I wonder, are you the one that upon awakening God himself held my hand and he giveth me away to you? Are you the one that when I look at you, I can see myself? So tell me, is it you? Because if you are he that will supply my needs, then I am willing to submit to you, and I will follow your lead, for this poem is my commitment to you. On the days that your energy falls short, I will be there for you. Like Superman, after giving it all you've got and the kryptonite has left your body vulnerable, I will be there for you. I will catch you in my arms and I will hold you against my breast so that you can feel the power that I have for you in everything that you do, every worry, every stress. On the days that you are not your best, allow me to be your helpmeet. But first, tell me, is it you? Unlike the biblical description of Delilah, you are my Samson, but I need you to have your strength. I need you to recognize your sense of power even in the most vulnerable hour. I will be there to hold you tight, head tilted up bright. King, allow me to adjust your crown. Whether my encouragement comes from word of mouth or I'm just standing in the background to support your endeavors, I will be there for you. But first, I need you to tell me, is it you? And even with the world standing over your shoulders, watching every single step you take, corporate watching every move you make, it's tough enough just being you. So allow me to be your refuge. Allow me to be the one that you can depend on, the one that will be there for you day and night. But first, I need you to tell me, is it you? So take a deep breath. Look me in my eyes and tell me, is it you? Thank you. Hey.
Y'all heard these poets do their thing. I want y'all to follow all of these poets on all of their pages. Follow what they got going on because they all are phenomenal in their own rights. Y'all keep watching Artist Access because we keep getting better every show. And like I always say, once you own your now, you have already won. Peace. We out. You hear me?